The original Odys team is Indian though.
Indian, okay.
Yeah, it's so I ended up hiring one single person, and then they brought all the family relatives.
Oh, wow.
So now the entire due diligence department for Odys Global is basically a big family operation.
What are the tools to check the trade?
Whereas the most common one is the United States Patents and Trademark Association,
Okay.
which you can go check. But there is the WIPO.int International, and that has the information from all over the world, from all countries.
How was the workshop, guys?
There's no shortcut for making money online. It's only work. You need to work.
Hey, hi guys, I'm Jitendra Vaswani and you're watching Inside Hustler's Brain podcast. And today I'm sitting with Alex, the founder of Odys. Alex, can you just introduce yourself to my audience and make sure like it's good and they should know why they should be working with Odys, please?
I'm Alex. I'm the founder of Odys, currently residing in Estonia.
Estonia.
Odys is Estonian-based. But
Oh wow, I was there.
yeah. You've been in Tallinn, right?
Yes,
I
I was
was
there.
there the last time.
Yeah, beautiful.
Also, you meant to ask about my favorite city. Well, Tallinn is probably my favorite
Oh,
city right
wow.
now. The original Odys team is Indian though.
Indian, okay.
Yeah, it's so I ended up hiring one single person, and then they brought all the family relatives.
Oh wow.
So now the entire due diligence department for Odys Global is basically a big family operation. And one thing that I'm really proud of is that throughout the last 10 years, they've been with us and we never laid off anyone. And to be honest, in just a few words, Odys started as an age domain shop with 100% of our inventory. And now it became a full-fledged marketplace. And we're also trying to segment the market by offering new services. And as of recently, the Odys Mentors program, which you'll more likely ask me about a little bit later.
Okay. So what do you think about the latest SEO trend which are going on in 2023? As you've seen, like SEO has gone through a major shift in last 2-3 months with the recent Google updates. So what are your thoughts on that? Like,
So I'm not sure if you listened to Kyle Roof's presentation.
yes, I was there. Yeah.
And his main thesis was basically basics still apply. Even
Basics
though
still
everything
apply, yeah.
changed, nothing changed. So, for instance, there has been this narrative lately from Google saying links don't work and they are no longer top 3 ranking factor,
Right.
and everyone has proven the opposite. So, in terms of recent changes, lots are changing, but the same basics apply.
Okay.
So, I haven't seen a case yet where you don't need a domain or website to provide information online. That may come sometime soon, like with voice search and AI and generated prompts, but
Yeah.
we still need domains and websites to serve information, so that's not going anywhere anytime soon.
So what sets Odys apart from your competitors? Because you have a huge competition in this industry, like, so how do you like differentiate yourself?
First of all, we're not trying to compete because there is. I actually had a meeting with Colin from SEO Domains,
Yes, I know, yeah.
and Anthony from Domain Coasters, and we even took a picture together. And below the picture, I wrote, "Let's not compete. Let's start innovating." Because there's no value in competition, there's value in innovation. And we're always trying to do things differently.
Right.
We don't look at competitors trying to do something and we'll replicate it.
Right.
And one of the things that we've started doing differently is focus on domains that pass very strict due diligence. Why? Because there have been a problem in the industry which we've been trying to solve, and that is, well, let's start with formal abuse, but that's no trademarks.
Trademarks, yes.
Trademarks is a very
Yeah.
big issue, and we have zero tolerance to trademarks.
How do you check it? Like what are the tools to check the trade?
Whereas the most common one is the United States Patents and Trademark Association,
Okay.
which you can go check. But there is the WIPO.int International, and that has the information from all over the world, from all countries. So it's not something that you can automate. Let's say we have a team that does just due diligence. And
Yeah.
why is that important? Because even it's like a partial trademark, even if it's like something that may be closely related to trademark, you have to at least understand the risks.
Right.
Sometimes, when we are not entirely sure, we even hire a lawyer that works for us
Okay. That's
partial time, and she would say like, guys, there is a risk associated for this unit. I do not recommend you use it for sale. Why? Because if you buy it and if you use it in a very similar niche, the liability passes to you, and nobody wins. You get into legal trouble. you will no longer recommend us, you will no longer do business with us.
Of
So
course,
trademarks, even though people say they're not common, they become common once somebody goes after you. And when they do,
like build a brand,
Of
so you,
course.
so you get attention. Yeah.
of course.
Yes. And how do you get all these age domains? Like, what's the process? Like, how do you find these? Like,
So initially, 100% of the inventory was ours. So we were buying from multiple sources. One of the sources was auctions, obviously. Another source was private investors that would come to us. We have these domains, would we buy them, and we'd buy them and list them for sale. But as of recently, we thought that it would be more transparent and fair to actually allow sellers to list domains for sale. So now you have, let's say, 10, 15, 20 domains
Right.
that you don't have any immediate use for.
right.
You can submit them to us. We'll perform the due diligence. We'll let you know, well, these three are good. There is demand for them. We
So we
recommend
can
you
sell it,
list them for $3,000-$5,000, and we'll list them for sale. And when they sell, we'll just take a commission, and the rest is yours.
Yeah, because I was trying to sell like 6 to 7 domains. So yeah, still I'm in the process. So yeah, because it's because I do have some of them like inventory of expired, like aged one. So I want to sell all this, like my assets, because it's no longer useful for me. So at least someone can use it and make a brand out of it. So I would say. So can you share some use cases with Odys? Like someone have acquired the A domain and they got some great results. Do you want to share some use cases with my audience, please?
Yeah, of course. So most likely I won't be able to disclose any domain names right now, but the most common use cases that we've seen is obviously starting authority sites on this. And this is,
authority site.
yeah, this is the main reason why we focus initially not just on any names,
Right.
but on just brandable names.
Brandable
So,
names.
for instance, we have someone who owns the biggest horse racing site in UK that was built on our domain. And
Wow.
it's not .uk, it's a .org, but it was the former website of an organization that kind of curated all the horse racing tracks in UK. So now they built it a horse racing betting site on it. And it's very successful, and it's worth millions of dollars. So that's one thing. But that happens when you have a good idea and you have knowledge and you can match that with the domain. Just like
Yes.
dating, you need to have a good match there.
You need to have a good match.
Yeah.
It's all about like relevancy has to be there, right?
Correct.
Right.
And another use case, which is it also involves redirects, is obviously a rebranding in order to recover from penalties, which works every single time. But what we keep claiming and telling that this will help. You can do it. We can even handle the migration and all the files, but do not be lazy. You still need to improve your content, and you still need to fix things that Google penalized you for. And this is yet another popular use case. And obviously, I always recommend people doing these SEO practices like 301 redirects for business and find proper business use, even though they kind of wait for an SEO outcome. That would come later. For finding proper domain that will give you business value in the first place.
Right. Because I've seen like some people have done wrong 301, because when I was new to this like 8 domains things, I did some serious like errors too, right? Like I did the wrong I did all 301 to the homepage instead of creating a PR kind of article like we have acquired this like website.
Or just relevant to you.
Relevant, yeah. So I did some mistakes when I was starting out with this 8 domains thing. So yeah, I've learned like eventually over the period of time. So what is the mentorship program by Odys? Like, do you want to share something?
Yeah, so the mentorship has a funny story. So I consider myself someone with quite a bit of skin in the game. Meaning when I started it, there was actually me helping everyone. So I initially had like 1,000 contacts in Skype that I was trading domains and buying and selling throughout the years. And I was helping all of these people. And what happened is when we launched the marketplace, more people had questions. And then there was only just me. So I thought, let me send an email to all our lists and say, who'd be interested in helping? And lots of awesome people showed up. And we've invited them to the program and said, would you be keen to take paid calls for members that have real problems in their business with their website and helping them out? And I think that is a huge opportunity in the market, mainly because whenever something happens, like a Google update or just something global may happen, so many people have unanswered questions. But there are people who know the answers and can actually help and are successful because we have even stricter due diligence for mentors. So if you want to become a mentor, you have to need a successful business, you have to be a business owner, you have to have successful websites, you have to have proof of that. We don't accept just anybody, right? So I believe that adds a lot of value. And even more, now, before buying a domain, you can book a strategy call with a mentor.
Yes, I've seen it.
So if you have unanswered questions, that will
So do you guys also do some kind of masterminds like Chiang Mai one, like invite some like industry veterans to talk more about SEO, age domains and all?
No, not yet. Right now, all we have is the podcast.
Oh, the
and
podcast.
all these weekly talk shows,
Okay.
which are streamed on YouTube and all other social media platforms. We plan on growing the mentorship program up until it reaches a level, I don't know how big.
Okay.
And then we might do like yearly meetups and invite all the mentors, invite
On the members.
awesome members from our community, and just do a Odys Global meetup somewhere. So maybe regional, like Southeast Asia, or maybe like European, or North America. We'll see about that. But
And what do you think about the Indian market?
Indian market is growing like crazy.
Okay. So what are your future plans for Odys? Like,
So we've recently started adding premium names as well that don't
Okay.
necessarily hold SEO value, and sites. For instance, if you want to sell a domain and it has a site on, we'll accept it because it didn't have a site on. So we'll ask you to leave the site. So we're just adding more inventory options.
Okay.
Another thing is market segmentation in terms of services. So you may be eager to buy a domain, but we need a very particular service. So now we're offering both hosting and a bunch of services, like starting from content writing services formatted as topic clusters. We have 301 Direct as a service. We recently launched an EET audit as a
EAG
service.
order. Oh wow.
Yeah, that's very important, because sometimes people will say, well, I just want to make sure I have all the things in place. So there is much more to an online business than just an age domain. Age domain is a good start.
It's a good start, but you need to make sure you have a properly like structure your website. Like in the beginning, if you have fucked up all your structure, then your site
That's correct.
is going to tank down in all the algorithm updates. And that's what I've seen it, right?
That's correct.
It's very important, like to have proper structure, SOPs, and make sure you have proper homepage about us. All these like the basic factors are at place, right?
That's correct.
Because Kylie was talking, like the basic are still the same, right?
Basics are still the same. That's correct. And one thing that is particularly important is the mentorship program, which we're planning to scale very. In fact, we bought the domain SEOmentors.com.
Oh, wow.
So if you go to SEOmentor.com, it will get redirected to Odys Global/mentors.
Wow.
So because sometimes it's easier to say, well, SEOmentors.com. And we want to bring the best people in the SEO industry together so they can offer mentorship. That's because what we've noticed is that sometimes, and Google updates will happen more often, even more often, at least that's my intuition. And it doesn't mean anything. The most successful people in the industry are those who kept going on after every single update. So sometimes you may be, a little bit down because your site got hit, but
Yes,
you've got all these experts and all these people who know their thing, and now you can invest, in talking to them, and they will give you not only the tools and the know-how, they will also inspire, encourage you to keep going. So sometimes when you feel down, I believe that might be the missing puzzle. I've been in the industry for a very long period of time, up to 15 years, I think. And those who are still today are those that found the motivation to keep going, regardless how many sites they lost or how many failed business attempts they had. So lots of bets on the mentorship program.
Right. So I think soon I'm going to be part of this mentorship program.
Yeah,
So
why not?
I'm hoping that, so we can talk on that. So one last question, how's your experience in Chiang Mai SEO? Like, how far, like,
Awesome.
so you got some good connections here, like
of
good
course.
feedback?
Of course. Even in this interview, it's very possible because of the
Because of the here in
yeah,
Chiang Mai.
there's lots of awesome people together.
Yeah.
Very well organized.
Very well organized, and it's in the best place, like best hotel. So it's pretty good people, and like everyone here is very kind, very warm, like very welcoming, like and everybody's happy to share their strategies. Like I was talking with Charles, Corey, they were very open to share their strategies. So that's like the best place to hang out with all the top SEO experts. I believe that. So thank you so much, Alex, for your time. I really appreciate your time here. And guys, if you want to check out Odys, I will drop the link in the video so you can check it out. And please share this video, like, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, Alex. Bye-bye. Take care, guys.